Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's GTA video, we're going to be talking about 6 Grand Theft Auto leaks that actually turned out to be real. So we've been talking about a ton of GTA 6 leaks over the last couple of months, and who knows if any of those turned out to be real or if all of them were fake. I guess only time will tell. Now, my good friend Zach Cox ended up doing a similar video to this. I'll leave a link to his channel in the description. I'm going to add a couple of different twists and turns here that hopefully you find interesting. So anyways, let's jump into it and let's get it started. Number 1 today, Grand Theft Auto 5 having a leaked screenshot 6 months before the game ended up coming out. So in case you guys are wondering what the screenshot was that was gathering so much attention, it was this right here. This screenshot came out in May 2013, so almost exactly 7 years ago to date. And when this screenshot came out, a lot of people were like, no way, this is totally fake. No way, this is real. But it turned out to be the real deal. That's the exact same submarine from the game. That's literally Los Santos. So how this screenshot ended up leaking out, I'm not sure. But it actually turned out to be the real deal. There's just no HUD, there's no mini-map, there's no character wheel in the bottom right. In fact, they almost did a perfect job of disguising this. There was so much mystery to this screenshot because you couldn't see who was actually inside of the submarine cockpit. So bravo to whoever leaked this because they added just enough mystique and mystery to it to make it like plausible that it could be real, but just not 100% sure. But sure enough, as the game eventually released 6 months later in September, we were able to confirm that this indeed was a real screenshot. Literally, it was right there in front of our eyes 6 months before the game ended up coming out. Leak number 2 that turned out to be real was the codename Rush casting call for Grand Theft Auto 5. So back in 2011, in fact, March 7th, 2011 is when this was revealed, there was a casting call for the project by the codename Rush tied to Take-Two Interactive, which, as you guys know, owns Rockstar Games. And the casting call ended up listing out many characters that turned out to be the exact same ones we saw in GTA 5. Like, for example, one of the characters was Mitch Hayes, who is age 38, annoying, wisecracking, highly successful FBI agent in great shape, does triathlons, drinks low-calorie beer, but still has a sense of humor. Now, the names from that casting call were eventually changed, but that turned out to be Steve Haynes, the government agent that you work with throughout the entire story. And that's just one example right there. There's a ton of other ones too. Like, for example, Kevin Da Silva, who is 18, Albert's fat FPS playing gamer son. That is obviously Jimmy DeSanta. His original name was Kevin Da Silva. How about that? Also, take a look at Nervous Jerry, 48, paranoid, living in the sticks near Simon. That turns out to be Nervous Ron. And guess what Trevor's original name was? Simon. So even though the names weren't exactly the same as what they ended up in the final version of the game, the character descriptions themselves turned out to be real. So we knew all about most of the GTA 5 characters, at least the major players, 2 years before the game actually came out. How cool is that? Leak number 3 today also comes from 2011, in fact, February 26th, 2011, when a bunch of domain names for Grand Theft Auto 5 ended up getting leaked out. So, as I'm sure you guys know, when Rockstar creates Grand Theft Auto titles, they create parody brands for real-life companies. You probably recognize this most with the cars, but Rockstar do this for everything: clothing, sodas, weapons, internet, stuff like that. They all have parodies for pretty much every walk of life. Well, in 2011, Rockstar ended up registering 5 crazy website names by Take-Two Interactive that at the time could only be used for a Grand Theft Auto game. Those sites were cashfordeaddreams.com, sixfiguretemps.com, stoppayingyourmortgage.net, hammersteinfaust.com, and lifeinvader.com. And as you guys know, all of those websites, you can actually enter into the GTA 5 internet app, and it will take you to the subsequent website. And again, when Take-Two Interactive registered these in 2011, those are the exact same websites that can be found in-game. Once again, another leak that turned out to be true almost 2.5 years before the game actually came out. It's pretty crazy. Leak number 4 that turned out to be true is Grand Theft Auto 5 being set in Los Santos. So I think this was first reported by VG 24/7 on July 26, 2010, when they essentially posted an article saying that Grand Theft Auto 5 was going to be set in fictional Los Angeles, which we know is Los Santos. They put together this very interesting article, essentially suggesting they had a source saying that it was going to be taking place in Los Santos. And I think the date on this is insane because July 2010, that's over 3 full years before the game actually came out. And it's over a year before the game was even announced. Now, that makes sense why the location of Grand Theft Auto 5 ended up getting leaked first, because that is one of the first things that Rockstar has to decide on when creating a Grand Theft Auto title. In fact, it wouldn't shock me if so far we've already successfully seen the location of GTA 6 leaked. Although at this point in time, so many different sources are pointing in various directions. Who knows which one is ultimately right? But as far as Grand Theft Auto 5 goes, we knew that it was going to be taking place in Los Santos, or at least reports said that it was going to be taking place in Los Santos years before Rockstar officially announced it. And sort of building off of that point, this was also backed up about a year later on October 25th, 2011, when Grand Theft Auto 5 also got more reports that it was going to be taking place in Los Angeles or Los Santos, but also going on to our 5th leak today, that it was going to star multiple characters. So this report is coming from Kotaku, and again, I will leave links to all of these sites in the description so you can check them out for yourself. According to the article, they heard multiple sources that the game will feature more than one playable character. And remember, back when that article was written on October 25th, 2011, Rockstar did not reveal that multiple characters were going to be a part of the game. In fact, in the first trailer, you only heard one character narrating and only one character was shown on the screen. And that was Michael DeSanta. So it's not like Rockstar just openly said, like, hey, we're going to star 3 characters. That didn't come until much later on. So the fact that before the game even got its first trailer, we were hearing rumors, reports, and leaks that multiple were going to be involved. Again, it turned out to be true, and that was awesome. And the 6th and final leak that we're going to be looking at today actually takes us back to Grand Theft Auto 4, where the GTA 4 map was leaked before the game even came out. This dates back to March 26, 2008, when the GTA 4 street map was actually leaked. So you guys know when you buy like the physical version of a GTA game, it'll come with like that fold-up map that you can either pin up on your wall or just put on display somewhere. Well, back in 2008, this was posted a couple of weeks before the game even came out. Like literally the full-blown map. So what I think happened here, at least what I could predict what happened here, is someone was able to get themselves an early copy of the game, which happens in the logistics of getting video games to places like GameStop and Best Buy and stores that will distribute these copies. Sometimes they fall off the back of the truck, and I guess that's what happened with GTA 4, because this map is 100% correct. It shows you all the areas of Liberty City, and again, this was weeks before the game ended up coming out. Like, imagine if that happened today, like a month before GTA 6 came out, the map was revealed. You could learn so much from that. I can only hope for something like that, because that would be so cool to be able to, dissect and analyze before the game actually comes out. And as an honorable mention today, we actually have Grand Theft Auto 5 audio files being leaked by Sony. That's right, the guys who make the PS4. So Sony confirmed back on August 25th, 2013, about a month before the game came out, that leaked GTA 5 assets actually originated from PlayStation Store pre-orders. and they ended up apologizing to fans. And back in the day, Rockstar ended up calling on said fans to stop spreading rumors. Sony ended up saying, regrettably, some people who downloaded the digital pre-order of Grand Theft Auto 5 through the PlayStation Store in Europe were able to access certain GTA 5 assets. We have since removed the digital pre-order file from the PlayStation Store in Europe. We sincerely apologize to Rockstar and GTA fans across the world who were exposed to the spoiler content. And Rockstar ended up responding by saying, as you can imagine, we are deeply disappointed by leaks and spoilers being spread in advance of the game's launch. GTA 5 represents years of hard work by many people across the world, and we all couldn't be more excited to finally share it with you properly this September 17th. Now, if I remember correctly, there was like a ton of audio files that ended up leaking. Like, you couldn't play the game early, but you could hear dialogue from cutscenes and interactions with different characters, which could obviously reveal a ton. And I do kind of remember those, getting spread around very quickly before the game ended up coming out. But anyways, that right there is 6 Grand Theft Auto leaks that actually turned out to be real. And again, the reason I bring this up and why I think it's so important is because we've been analyzing, dissecting, in many cases debunking GTA 6 leaks over the last couple of weeks and months. And who knows, some of them might turn out to be true. Now, most of them are probably fake, but even if it's like a 1% chance, who knows? We might have already looked at some real things that will be in GTA 6, and that's kind of cool. But anyways, I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. Let me know what you think of everything we discussed in this video today and more. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would of course be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new, or you want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and Red Dead Redemption videos that I'm doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.